Hello comrades and welcome to another less than 10-minute review. I am MF Kraven, and today I'm going to take a look at Chivalry 2. Chivalry 2's Xbox Series X version of the game. It is a multiplayer first-person slasher inspired by epic medieval movie battles. Players are thrust into action of every iconic moment of the era, from clashing swords to storms of flaming arrow, to sprawling castle sieges and more. But is Chivalry 2 the holy grail of medieval battles? Or is it merely a flesh wound, sir? Let's find out. Graphics, sound, and art style. Starting out with the graphics, and holy hell, this game is gorgeous. The way the battlefield looks, the way the armor glistens, how the blood paints the field in a crimson wonderland. The game sure is pretty, but the sound is just fine. The first few battles, the war cry feels badass, but after a few hours it just sounds unnecessarily loud and annoying. Gameplay. The bread and butter of the game is the actual gameplay itself. Fluid motion controls of each weapon feels great. Chivalry 2 does a great deal in immersing you in a battle as well. With 64 and 40 player battles, it feels like absolute pandemonium, and boy is it a good feeling. Each weapon has its own weight, timing, and range that will require a bit of practice to learn to use in battle. There are 3 attacks with your weapon that with different combinations can change the battles completely. Slash, stab, and a downward attack. Dodging, blocking, and parrying will also be factors in whether you are victorious in battle or be fodder. The option between first and third person perspective is cool, and while third person does seem like your best bet to be a master of the game, I like to stick with first person for that immersive feeling. Simple controls, but difficult to master, make binging a few hours on Chivalry 2 a true delight. Price, $39.99 USD. How many hours estimated? I'm about 10 hours in and I feel like I haven't even mastered a particular weapon. With 4 classes and 3 subclasses each, playing a game and choosing random sets adds a refreshing take. I give it about 50 plus hours until I start getting bored. Final thoughts. Crazy fun battles, fast-paced action and non-stop gore. There's no official story mode, just mainly skirmishes and objective-based battles. But there are a few modes in which you either defend or attack a keep. With 64 players, it can be difficult because everybody's in it just for themselves. They want to get the kills, they want to get the takedowns, they don't want to have a lot of deaths, so they run away. They don't revive you, and it can be frustrating. Especially when you're losing match after match after match, but ultimately the gameplay loop brings you back in, and when you have a good team, you go in there and just wreck everybody, it feels great. Chivalry 2 does support cross-platform play as well, so finding a match has not been very difficult in my experience. I just wish we had a way to play with our friends in other platforms as a party. A feature I just read will be coming soon according to Tripwire. And my only real gripe with the game is that despite it looking absolutely wonderful, the customization feature seems dull. Having to unlock almost everything with an in-game currency for a character, like hair and beard, seems pretty pointless because you'll take your character in a battle with a helmet majority of the time. I also like that they add a feature to making your Chivalry player into a female as well, although it doesn't add anything to it other than just the voice, because like I said previously, majority of the time your character has a helmet. But even the color schemes to each outfit is just fine, and I do appreciate having a few different skins to each weapon, but nothing really captivates me. I play with almost stock gear and weapons. In retrospect, when my only real complaint is about customization, I start to realize how fun Chivalry has been. Jumping into a battle in a matter of seconds and getting into a gore-filled battlefield is always fun. And the fact that you can just pick up different weapons. You start as an archer, you get a war axe, and then you just toss that in your opponent's face, and then maybe get a halberd, start slashing at everybody, run back, get a shield, maybe go back to crossbow or bow and arrow. Man, the infinite amount of possibilities in each battle makes me excited to play the game. And although there aren't a lot of maps on it, gives me an incentive to play with different classes and subclasses. And going back to the maps, there are 8 maps currently, but I am looking at a roadmap of sorts. And the upcoming new content, according to this, going to be horses, new multiplayer maps, new competitive modes, lower player count game modes, new character voices, more character customization options, and an arrow cam, which seems like a lot of fun because I love sniping people out in this. Love to see that arrow cam just go through the eye of a knight. But enough of the rant. Would I recommend Chivalry 2 to you? Definitely. Hells yeah. It is a buy it now.